The meeting of the Board of Water Commissioners is called to order on Thursday, March 7th at 2024 at 6 p.m. and this meeting is being recorded. Chairman Ed Johnson present.
Commissioner Dave Meswell present.
Randy Brown, DPW Director, present.
Christy Mayette, DW Office Manager, present.
And John Kane is absent. Okay. Is there any public comment? Is there any public comment? Okay, seeing none, Dave, you reviewed the minutes from last.
I review the minutes. I make a motion to accept the minutes as written.
I second that. All in favor, Ed Johnson, aye.
Dave Meswell, aye.
And motion carries. Okay, we have 5 elderly rate applications. They all meet the necessary requirements. I have a motion.
I make a motion to accept the 5 elderly rate applications.
Second that. All in favor, Ed Johnson, aye.
Dave Meswell, aye.
Motion carries. Monthly commitments, we got them. We'll sign them after.
Oh, before you go, elderly rates, there are some properties we are looking to take off the elderly rate. So
Okay, where-
the same sheet that the 5 are listed.
Oh, I didn't see that.
So these,
No, they're in your packet.
there's 3 pages in.
Oh, I see it. Yep, okay.
So there are 3 properties where we believe the owner has passed away. But because the properties were in a trust or other mechanism, they haven't technically been sold or transferred. But we did send letters to all 3 of these property owners to confirm whether they are still living there or still alive, and whether if the new occupants would or do meet the standard minimum
Okay.
standards for elderly rates. We did not receive response from any of these 3. So the recommendation is to remove them from elderly rate application.
Okay. Any discussion, Dave? You want to make a motion?
No, I make a motion to remove the 3 properties from the elderly rate.
I second that. All in favor, Ed Johnson, aye.
Dave Meswell, aye.
Motion carries. Okay. Monthly commitments, we'll look at, we'll sign them after. Randy, DPW Director report.
Okay, a few things. The first one is our well 2 rehab work. We started this on February 15th. The project includes working on the pumps and motors for well 2. So we had a consultant, our company come in, Wesson and Sampson, and they basically broke everything down. They pulled the pump, pulled the motor out, brought it to their facility, and inspected and cleaned it and then put it back together. There were a couple things they had to make repairs to, but overall the pump and motors are in good shape.
Good, good.
So they are still, everything is gonna get reassembled next week. So everything's been broken down and inspected, and then they're gonna be back in town early next week
Okay,
and reassemble the pump and motor. So they'll do a test afterwards. We'll compare flow rates pre and post construction. Hopefully we'll see an increase there.
okay, good.
But during this time, we did have, obviously this well 2 has been out of service.
Right.
We've been using well 1 whenever we can, but we're also bringing more water in from Springfield to
Oh, okay,
supplement that use.
okay.
So, I guess I didn't see any media or I don't jump on Facebook, but I guess there's some chatter on Facebook regarding high chlorine
Oh, really? I didn't-
levels in the water. So that's the reason why,
Okay.
because we're bringing
Well,
water.
I did see something and I figured I was gonna call you, but
Yeah.
there was something up. I forgot about the well. too.
Yep. So it's been a few weeks. It's been since the middle of February and probably one more week. One week to 10 days. Hopefully they'll be back up and running. So that is, item number 1. Item 2, I've been working, to develop what's called a cybersecurity assessment. This is really all the security features around our SCADA system. I did that with a grant from EPA. Overall, we're in good shape. There's always room for improvement, but overall, our cybersecurity is good. But this is something that we need to have, gone through, for our,
Sanitary. survey.
sanitary survey. That's gonna be
Okay.
coming up this year. So, that's one of the things I'll be looking for, whether we did this assessment or not. And there's also some grant opportunities available to us, which I think we can benefit from. But again, we have to have this assessment completed prior to applying for that grant, so I'll let you know more about that probably in the next one or two meetings.
Okay.
Item 3, we are working on our lead service line inventory. This is something we've talked about over the last couple of
Mhm.
meetings, and it's gonna be probably broadcasted a little bit further over the summer months. Ty and Bond is working on it through a grant. Right now, so far, they've looked at all of our records, whether they be plans or service cards, and they're compiling a summary, a list of all the services and the material and size. So there's a lot of unknowns out there. So the next step is to try to target those with that there are unknowns by sending or not sending, but setting up a survey so that residents can actually go and do their own inspection. Go to the basement, take a picture of the meter, the service that comes in, and identify the material of the service, and then send that information back to us. So we are gonna do that, and hopefully we'll capture a lot of those unknowns. But there will be, I'm sure there'll be, some that do not respond. So we'll have to follow up with those with further investigations.
Mhm.
That'll be over, later in the year. So we're taking this step by step. So that's the next step is the
Okay.
survey. Our annual statistical survey is due later this year. So Kevin and Christie are working on that. I think it's due sometime in
April
April.
7th, I
April
think.
7th, yeah.
Okay.
So we'll have that ready for then. And the next item is water meters. We're ready to schedule to read them on April 1st. And bills will be sent out mid to late April. And that's our normal schedule. Okay, that's all I got.
Okay.
The next page talks about our work order summary since our last meeting in January.
Yep, frozen meter, yeah. Okay, meter checks. Meter check 17 Garden Terrace. I wonder if those are the people that just bought that house. I think it is.
And it's-
Is that the one?
Mhm.
Yeah. Yeah, they bought it. So I figure I saw the truck down there. They were down there the other day, matter of fact.
Mhm.
Tuesday or whatever they were there. I think I saw the truck go by. Yeah.
Yeah, it was something just from the outside of the house. They had to reactivate.
Oh,
from the
okay.
outside.
Hey, it wasn't there long. Yeah.
Yeah.
I happened to be out in the garage doing something nice. Okay, appointments none. Okay, old business. 18 Hudson Drive, Wally.
I have not heard anything. This is the issue we met
Right.
with, Mr. Wally or his representatives a few meetings ago. We did submit a complaint to the Big Safe System. I have not heard back. I need to follow up on that.
Okay,
So we're gonna put this on hold till the next meeting.
alrighty. And FY 25 budget review.
Just a reminder, we submitted our budgets and we have our hearing with the finance committee on Saturday. The scheduled time for water is 10:05,
Right.
and then you plan on attending? right?
Yep, I will be there.
I'll be there as well, so
Yep.
I have DPW
Right,
items
right.
prior to, but
I will be there.
it's upstairs in the land use room.
Okay. All right, new business, Wally Spray Park, increased water usage application, so. We should vote on that then, right?
This is something we needed to, vote on. So this is, the, application that Park and Rec put together for the significant increase in water use regarding the proposed spray park. We've met with reps from Park and Rec about a year ago, and we were asking for how much water are you expecting to use, and really kind of got not really a straight
Right,
answer on it.
right, we didn't get anything really, yeah.
But I did remind them that they need to submit this form, and so we just received this about 2 weeks ago, 1 or 2 weeks ago.
Okay,
So right now, they are expecting to use about 1.74 million gallons of water for the year. And I guess we'll see. It's hard to gauge exactly how much is gonna
Right.
be used.
great,
Weather's gonna be
factor.
somewhat a factor,
yep. So,
so.
all right, we have a motion on this, Dave?
What was the original? Isn't it like 200,000 gallons or something?
What's their current usage?
When we talked to them last year. Do you remember?
Oh,
They only gave us a hourly,
Hourly.
per by minute. It was 60, like 2
Some-
gallons per minute.
Per minute or
That's
something
all they
like
would
that.
share with us,
Yeah,
and
that's
that's
all they
if
told us.
all of there's like 5 features. If all 5 features are running at once,
Right,
it would flow 62 gallons per minute.
per minute, yeah.
And I think they're making some assumptions, you know, how many minutes per day it's going to run. So that's how they come up with this 1.74 million gallons.
We shall see.
I think it's a wait and see.
Oh, yeah, I agree. I agree.
I do know that they did submit a budget number for a water bill. And I think was it $17,000, Chrissy, do you remember that? $17,000.
Yeah, I'm not sure. I didn't see their budget.
But it equated to this 1.7 million
Okay.
gallons.
Yeah, I think that's what they were basing it on.
So
Was
that,
based on that amount, and I had a brief discussion where she asked, you know, how much would this amount of, Kara, the acting director, asked how much it would be, you know, if you use 1.7 million gallons. So I did give her, you know, the rough figures on that. But I did tell her you also need to add in the regular water usage that you normally pay, because you're still
Right.
gonna have
Right,
the bathrooms that you have to pay for.
yeah, right.
Is this you think this is a reasonable figure? You think we can?
I think my guess is maybe a little on the low side, but I'm only basing it from other spray parks and how much water they use. And we did share information with Park and Rec that their spray parks in Westfield use, you know, there's one in particular, I think, use like 10 million gallons a year. So they're assuming 1.74. I guess it's like I said, it's to be determined.
Yeah, I just don't.
What I would do is we would track this and you know, let them know if they're coming up close, this 1.74 million gallons throughout the season.
We're gonna have to get a hold of them or whatever.
And yeah, because they have a budget. I mean,
Right.
that's stuff they gotta figure out if they're gonna exceed that number, how they're gonna pay for the water. So
Yeah.
there's an incentive on them to make sure they're tracking this as well.
Right, yeah, because I would like that in the motion, that if they start getting near the 1.7 million, then we gotta contact them and say, hey, you're almost there. And,
Yeah, we can probably track it and let them know, but I guess maybe they should come back to the back to the board
Right.
and tell them, you know, what the actions are gonna be if they exceed that number.
right,
I think that's a fair request.
and because they're using the water, they're gonna pay it.
Yeah,
They're using the water, they're gonna pay it. Yeah.
I'd hate to be sitting in this meeting with 50 people next year saying that they need 10 million gallons free from the water department
Right.
because
Right,
it's a town use.
right, right,
So,
yep. I don't know.
I believe there are some features in the spray park they can utilize to minimize or cut down the water use. They can shut off some of the features. I think they can put even rain sensors, so if it's raining, the park's not gonna be in operation.
Yeah, I remember John saying that, yeah. I do
Either
remember
even
that.
maybe temperature, you know, if the temperature
Yes, yeah,
is below 70, you know,
Right.
it's
after a
not-
thunderstorm or something, it cools off, yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, I know, I remember he saying something about sensors or whatever, I remember him saying that. Well, if they use the water, they're gonna have to pay for it, that's all I'm saying.
all right. Ready for a motion?
Yep, and I wanna make sure we put in there, they get near the 1.74 million, we're gonna notify them that, okay, you're getting close to what you said you're gonna use, we're just gonna give you a fair warning,
mhm.
you owe us that money. You use the water, you're gonna pay for it.
I make a motion to accept the application for water use. Up to 1.74 million gallons of water a year. And they would have to resubmit if they exceed that.
I second that motion. Johnson, all in favor, aye?
Dave Meswar, aye.
Okay, motion carries. All right, lead service line inventory amendment request.
So this is, the lead service line. We had signed a contract with Tumbling Bond. I wanna say it was late last year
Yeah, I remember
to
that,
do
yeah.
this inventory. They are asking for an amendment. And this would all be paid for through the grant, so no cost to the town.
Right, the grant,
But
okay,
the first task they've been, they've been working on is scanning service cards. So they went through the first batch. And, we'd only gave them. We didn't realize, but there are two sets of service cards. So the second batch of cards we gave them has more information. So
Okay.
there was more cards that they had anticipated in their budget that they needed to scan. And decipher and input, the data to our spreadsheet.
okay,
So they're asking for an amendment to cover just those extra cards they need to scan. And that cost, I think, was $15,000. And this would also need to get approved by the select board as well as the official grantee.
yeah,
Not the
Right.
water department, but they're gonna look for the water department to sign off. That this amendment is acceptable to the bank district.
was it 16,000?
Did I say 16 or 15,000?
I don't see it on the one.
Where is it? It's page 2 of fee, lump sum fee of $15,000,
Okay,
bringing the total project budget to $231,300.
oh, yeah, okay, I see it, yep, okay. This is all covered with the grant, so,
I'll cover the grant, yeah, so no cost with them.
Make
okay,
a motion to accept the
amendment, yeah.
the amendment as written.
Second that motion, all in favor, Ed Johnson, aye.
Dave Osborne, aye.
Okay, motion carries. Oh, it's just, is there a copy of that in the
Yeah, there should be a copy in the folder.
folder?
Yes. Yeah, there's that one.
There, oh, the very sign, okay, we're good. Yep. All right, what else we got here? Okay. Anything else, Randy?
I have nothing to add, no.
You got any new business? No. Nope. Okay, I guess we need a motion for adjournment.
We need to set the next meeting. I have that on there too. Or if you want to set a tentative date for the next meeting. It would either be the 21st of March or April 4th. Or 18th.
I will not be around on the 21st of March.
Okay.
Doesn't make a difference for me.
April 4th, shoot for April 4th.
What?
We'll shoot for April 4th.
Yeah.
Does that mess John up? I mean, do they meet the first Monday?
Yeah, we meet the first
Or
Thursday of every month, yeah, that's all right. My wife goes. I do the cans and bottles on Thursday, so.
Is that Lions or the Republicans?
Hmm?
I'm thinking of John Kane. The Republicans, they meet on the first Monday
Yep.
also.
Yeah, they were first Thursday of the month, yeah. Well, we go for the 21st, and then the 18th of April. We got anything on the 21st?
Yeah, we'll see.
Yeah, we shoot for the 21st,
Thursday, April 20, or Thursday, March 21st.
and if we have nothing, we'll go on the 18th.
Fair enough.
Okay, works for me.
Dave, you good to you?
Yeah.
It's
I
the
think the
21st.
18th will be okay. But I know the March 21st will be off town.
Okay. We'll see what we have.
Okay,
If something's pressing, we can have a meeting, see if John's available.
yeah, because I know in April, after the bills go up. Have some bagels probably.
Yeah, so, yeah, we'd be.
If they're out.
Issuing bills would probably be right around April 18th.
Oh,
Yeah,
because we,
usually
well,
right-
sorry,
right-
yeah,
Yeah, it's right
so
around. the
that's
mid-
fine, yeah, that's fine.
Mr. Morgan, how are you?
I'm great. How are you?
We were, are you anything else?
No,
We were about ready to adjourn.
Fantastic.
Can I have a motion to adjourn?
I'll make a motion to adjourn.
Okay, I second that, Ed Johnson, aye.
Dave Osborne, aye.
The meeting is adjourned.